Hello friends. Imagine being born on March 27th, a date that carries with it not only the fiery energy of Aries but also the secretive wisdom of numerology, the whispers of Druidic trees, the mystery of Vedic astrology, and the symbolic powers of flowers and stones. People born on this day aren't just ordinary Aries, they are cosmic trailblazers with unique challenges, passions, and karmic purposes. Let's explore the many layers of what it truly means to be born on March 27th. Love. To be born on March 27th is to carry within your soul the fire of Aries amplified by a rare intensity of devotion. In love, these individuals don't merely flirt or test the waters, they dive headfirst into the ocean of feeling with a fearless spirit that can leave others breathless. They approach romance as if it were a great adventure, something meant to stir the blood, awaken the heart, and challenge the mind all at once. For them, love is not a quiet walk in the park or a soft lullaby. It is a roaring symphony, a wild ride, a blaze that lights up the darkest night. The March 27th lover is often the initiator, the one who makes the first move, who dares to express affection openly, and who doesn't shy away from risk. They are rarely passive in matters of the heart. When they fall in love, they fall hard, and their devotion can be overwhelming. Their partner will often feel like the center of the universe, because March 27th souls love with their whole being. They give time, energy, passion, and imagination. Their love has a youthful, almost childlike quality, playful, curious, and constantly seeking new ways to surprise and excite their beloved. But this intensity is a double-edged sword. The same fire that makes them irresistible can also create storms. They are quick to speak their mind, sometimes too quick, and their words, though honest, can be sharp. Arguments may ignite suddenly, flaring up like dry tinder touched by a spark. Yet the beauty of their nature is that they seldom hold grudges. Just as fast as they ignite, they also cool down, ready to forgive, to rebuild, and to start anew. This resilience, this ability to begin again, makes their love enduring even after turbulence. The March 27th lover needs a partner who is not intimidated by passion but inspired by it. Someone who can dance in the flames without being consumed, who can meet their independence with respect, and who can provide a stable emotional foundation when storms arise. Their ideal love story is one of shared adventure, spontaneous road trips, late-night conversations, impulsive decisions that turn into unforgettable memories. Yet beneath their fiery exterior lies a deep longing for true connection. They don't just want excitement, they want a love that challenges them to grow, that reflects their own intensity but also softens their rough edges. A relationship with them is rarely boring. It is an ever-evolving journey, full of laughter, sparks, reconciliations, and lessons. When they find someone who understands both their fire and their fragility, they unlock a depth of loyalty and tenderness that few could ever match. In their hearts, March 27th people believe that love is meant to transform, not just to comfort. They want to be changed by it, uplifted, set ablaze with a higher purpose. Their relationships often become the stage upon which they discover their best and worst selves. And through this process, their partners discover what it truly means to love someone who embodies both a storm and a sunrise. Marriage. Marriage for those born on March 27th is rarely a predictable, monotonous institution. It is a living, breathing union full of fire, laughter, conflict, and growth. These people do not walk into marriage lightly, but when they commit, they bring every ounce of energy and loyalty they possess. For them, marriage is not about quiet stability alone. It is about building a shared adventure, a partnership that feels alive, evolving, and unafraid of change. The March 27th spouse is both a best friend and a passionate lover. They approach their marriage with an infectious enthusiasm, constantly seeking new ways to keep the spark alive. They dislike routine, so they're always suggesting something new, whether it's a weekend getaway, a home project, or simply a spontaneous night out. Their partner will never feel stuck in dull repetition, because with them, each day has the potential to bring something unexpected. Still, this fiery drive can be both a gift and a challenge. On one hand, their loyalty is absolute. Once married, they view their spouse as their chosen partner in every sense, standing by them through thick and thin. On the other hand, they can sometimes feel suffocated by too much predictability. They crave space to explore, to express independence, and to chase personal goals even within the marriage. For them, the healthiest unions are those where both partners honor each other's individuality as much as the bond they share. Arguments are not rare in a marriage with a March 27th soul. They speak with honesty, sometimes bluntly, and their temper can flare when they feel misunderstood. But just as in love, they don't hold on to resentment. Their marriages are often marked by cycles of disagreement and reconciliation, each time making the bond stronger. To them, conflict is not the end of love, it is proof that the relationship is alive, passionate, and worth fighting for. Marriage to a March 27th individual can feel like being on an exhilarating roller coaster. There will be high peaks of joy, intense moments of connection, and also sudden dips where emotions run high. Yet the ride is always worth it, because their devotion is unwavering. They are not quitters. They may struggle, argue, or rebel against routine, but deep inside, their sense of loyalty keeps them anchored. For their spouse, the key is understanding that marriage to a March 27th person means embracing both fire and freedom. They need a partner who encourages their ambitions, supports their dreams, and does not shy away from their bursts of intensity. In return, they will receive a marriage filled with passion, laughter, and a partner who will defend the relationship with every ounce of their fiery soul. When they do settle into the rhythm of long-term love, March 27th people become some of the most dedicated spouses one could hope for. Their energy, when directed toward nurturing their family, creates a warm, protective, and inspiring home environment. They may not always express affection in subtle ways, but they show it through grand gestures, acts of loyalty, and the sheer vitality they bring into the relationship. In truth, their marriages are rarely about perfection, they are about vitality. To be married to someone born on March 27th is to embrace a life that is dynamic, emotional, sometimes unpredictable, but always deeply alive. And for them, that is the essence of what marriage should be, not the calmness of still waters, but the strength of a river that flows endlessly forward, carving new paths with every twist and turn. Sex. For those born on March 27th, sexuality is not a quiet, hidden aspect of life, it is a vital force that pulses through them with undeniable intensity. Their sexual energy is magnetic, often drawing others toward them before a word is even spoken. There is something about their presence, an electricity in their gaze, a confidence in the way they carry themselves, that suggests passion waiting just beneath the surface. When they enter into intimacy, it is never half-hearted. For them, sex is a celebration of life itself, a physical and emotional fire that binds two souls together in the heat of the moment. March 27th individuals see intimacy not just as a physical act but as an adventure to be explored, a territory of both body and spirit that deserves curiosity and courage. They approach their lovers with a playful boldness, a willingness to try new things, and a joy that keeps the bedroom alive with excitement. Routine or mechanical expressions of desire will never satisfy them. They crave spontaneity, variety, and an emotional connection that fuels the flames of their passion. Their drive is strong, sometimes overwhelming for those who are more reserved, but when met with equal enthusiasm, it becomes a force of deep bonding. They want a partner who can keep pace with them, someone who isn't intimidated by their hunger for closeness but instead feels inspired by it. In intimacy, they enjoy being both the giver and the receiver, often surprising their partners with intensity one moment and tenderness the next. Impatience can sometimes creep in, as their fiery Aries nature does not always allow them to slow down. They want to experience everything now, to seize pleasure with the same immediacy they seize life itself. Yet, when their partner learns to understand their rhythm, the connection that follows is unforgettable, like a blaze that lights the night sky. More than physical release, they see sex as a way to communicate what words cannot. It is a form of expression where their passion, loyalty, and emotions all pour out at once. After moments of intimacy, they often feel renewed, reconnected, and more deeply committed to their partner. The fiery nature of March 27th means that their sexuality will never fade quietly into the background. It is a lifelong current that adds vitality to their relationships, ensuring that those who love them are never left wondering about the depth of their desire. To be their lover is to be invited into a world of intensity, spontaneity, and unfiltered honesty. For them, sex is not separate from love, it is woven tightly into the fabric of their emotional lives. And when passion is met with trust, their intimate bond becomes not just physical but a soul-deep union that strengthens every part of the relationship. Friendship. Those born on March 27th bring a spark of adventure and loyalty to every friendship they create. They are the friends who dare others to step outside their comfort zones, who push boundaries in the most exhilarating ways, and who make ordinary days feel like grand adventures. Their energy is contagious, and their enthusiasm for life often inspires those around them to take risks they never would have considered on their own. Friends describe them as fiercely loyal, often the first to defend, protect, or stand up for those they care about. Once someone is welcomed into their inner circle, they will go to great lengths to keep that bond strong. They show up, they encourage, they celebrate successes, and they help pull their friends through challenges with fiery determination. Being their friend means knowing you have someone who will fight for you without hesitation. But alongside this loyalty lies a vulnerability. March 27th people hold honesty in the highest regard, and nothing wounds them more deeply than betrayal. Lies, disloyalty, or dishonesty can cut them to the core, because they give so much of themselves to the friendships they build. When trust is broken, forgiveness may come, but the bond will never be the same. In lighter moments, they are delightful companions, full of laughter, quick wit, and unpredictable surprises. They might plan a spontaneous outing, suggest a daring adventure, or bring an unexpected twist to a regular hangout. With them, friendship never stagnates, it evolves, it grows, and it continually reflects their passion for living fully. Their ideal friendships are built on shared experiences, laughter, and the freedom to be completely authentic. They gravitate toward people who are honest, adventurous, and resilient, friends who won't crumble under the weight of their intensity but instead will meet it with strength of their own. Ultimately, friendship with someone born on March 27th is both a gift and a challenge. It's a bond that demands honesty, rewards loyalty, and thrives on shared courage. They are the ones who will stand by your side through storms and victories alike, and even when the road gets rough, their adventurous spirit ensures that the journey will always be unforgettable. Business career. In the business world, those born on March 27th stand out like torches in the dark. They are driven by instinct, courage, and an innate desire to lead. Where others see obstacles, they see opportunities. Where others hesitate, they leap. Their energy is infectious, and they carry with them a natural ability to inspire people, ignite ideas, and motivate entire teams to move toward ambitious goals. They are rarely content to simply follow a path laid out by others. Instead, they carve their own, sometimes at great risk, but almost always with an unwavering belief in their ability to succeed. These individuals are innovators at heart. They are drawn to challenges that test their creativity and demand bold solutions. Their restless spirit thrives in environments where change is constant and growth is possible. They rarely shy away from responsibility. In fact, they thrive when given the chance to take control, to direct, and to execute ideas that others might find too daring or impractical. Their entrepreneurial streak often pushes them toward building their own ventures. The excitement of starting something from scratch, watching it grow, and shaping it with their vision is deeply satisfying to them. However, this relentless drive comes with its own set of challenges. Their impatience often gets the better of them. They want results quickly, and when progress feels slow, they may push too hard or make decisions without fully weighing the consequences. At times, this impulsiveness leads to setbacks, rushed deals, unfinished projects, or conflicts with colleagues who can't keep up with their pace. Yet, when they learn the value of slowing down, when they take the time to analyze details and listen to diverse perspectives, they transform from bold risk-takers into unstoppable forces of success. Their leadership becomes not only inspiring but also sustainable. March 27th individuals shine in careers that demand courage and creativity. Entrepreneurship is often their natural path, as it allows them to express independence and test ideas without the constraints of rigid systems. Politics may also call to them, for they are persuasive, charismatic, and unafraid of standing up for their beliefs. Many excel in the arts, where their fiery imagination can flow freely, or in sports, where their competitive spirit and determination push them to the top. No matter the field, they are at their best when their work feels alive, daring, and impactful. What sets them apart from others is their ability to inspire action. They are not satisfied with mediocrity. They want to lead movements, launch projects, and bring visions to life. They thrive when surrounded by people who share their ambition, and they can build teams that not only work hard but believe deeply in the mission at hand. When they align their passion with discipline and balance, their careers often become not just successful, but legendary. Dark sides. Every gift carries its shadow, and for those born on March 27th, the very fire that fuels their brilliance can sometimes burn too hot. Impatience is one of their greatest struggles. They move quickly, think quickly, and want the world to keep up with them. When things don't happen at their pace, frustration sets in, and this frustration often spills over into impulsive decisions or sharp words. Impulsivity is another challenge. Their boldness, while inspiring, can sometimes push them into choices that haven't been thought through. They may jump headfirst into projects, relationships, or ideas without considering the long-term consequences. This trait can create cycles of starting with enormous energy only to lose interest before finishing, leaving behind trails of half-realized dreams. Arrogance, too, can shadow their otherwise magnetic personalities. Their natural confidence and leadership abilities sometimes cross the line into dominance. They may dismiss opinions that don't align with their own or underestimate the value of patience and collaboration. In moments of unchecked ego, they risk alienating those who admire and support them. Temper outbursts are not uncommon. Their fiery Aries energy makes them passionate defenders of their beliefs, but it also means they can explode when provoked. These flashes of anger, though often short-lived, can leave lasting impressions on those around them. If not tempered with self-awareness, their intensity can turn from inspiring to intimidating. Another hidden challenge is the tendency to scatter their energy. With so much drive and ambition, they often chase multiple dreams at once, pouring energy into everything without completing anything. This can create frustration not only for themselves but for those who rely on their leadership. The lesson for March 27th individuals is to learn focus, to channel their immense fire into fewer, more meaningful pursuits rather than letting it burn wildly in every direction. Yet, within these dark sides lies the potential for growth. With mindfulness and self-awareness, they can learn to harness their fire instead of being consumed by it. Their impatience can be transformed into determination. Their impulsivity, when tempered, becomes bold decisiveness. Their arrogance can be softened into true confidence paired with humility. Their temper can evolve into passion that inspires rather than frightens. Ultimately, the darker traits of March 27th do not define them. They are challenges meant to be mastered. By facing these shadows honestly, they unlock a deeper level of wisdom, balance, and strength. Their fire, once controlled, becomes not a destructive force but a guiding light, one that illuminates their path and inspires everyone who follows it. Life goals. For those born on March 27th, life goals are not small, modest dreams tucked quietly away in the background. They are fiery, radiant visions that demand to be lived out loud. These individuals are not here to walk in the shadows of others. Their souls are wired to lead, to push boundaries, to challenge conventions, and to ignite change wherever they go. Their deeper purpose is to carve their own path in the world, a path no one has walked before, and to inspire others to follow with courage and passion. At the heart of their goals lies the need to pioneer. They are natural trailblazers who dislike repetition and stagnation. If something has already been done 100 times, it holds little interest for them. They crave the thrill of innovation, the challenge of being first, and the satisfaction of leaving a mark that cannot be ignored. Their dreams are often larger than life, leading communities, building movements, starting revolutions, or launching ideas that transform industries. Whether in business, art, politics, or personal life, they want to do something that matters, something that echoes long after they are gone. Yet, it is not only about glory or recognition. Deep down, their mission is to prove that passion itself has the power to move mountains. They want to show others that determination, fire, and belief in oneself can achieve the impossible. When they pursue their goals, they often pull others along with them, not through force, but through sheer inspiration. People naturally gather around them, drawn to their energy in the way they make even the most daunting challenges feel conquerable. But alongside their fire lies a critical lesson: the need to balance passion with wisdom. Their lives often present them with situations that test their impulsivity, their quick tempers, and their restless drive. Their true growth comes when they learn to slow down, to reflect, and to channel their enormous energy into constructive growth rather than fleeting impulses. Life is constantly teaching them that rushing headlong into every opportunity is not the same as fulfilling a purpose. When they master this balance, their goals take on a lasting, meaningful quality, rather than burning out too soon. For them, success is not measured by wealth alone or even by recognition. It is measured by the impact they create, the lives they touch, the systems they change, the people they inspire. They want to look back on life and see not just achievements but revolutions sparked, barriers broken, and courage awakened in others. Their goals often extend beyond personal ambition. They feel an inner pull towards something greater than themselves, whether it's serving their community, mentoring others, or contributing to a cause that fuels their soul. Their destiny is not merely to succeed, but to elevate the world around them, to prove that one person's fire can light the torches of many. In the end, the life goals of March 27th people are about becoming living proof of transformation. They are here to embody bravery, to demonstrate how passion can lead to progress, and to inspire others to rise above limitations. Their journey is not easy. It demands discipline, patience, and resilience, but when they align their boundless energy with true wisdom, they become unstoppable forces of positive change. Zodiac compatibility. Compatibility for those born on March 27th is a fascinating dance of fire, challenge, and balance. Because of their bold Aries spirit, their relationships often reflect both the brilliance of passion and the lessons of contrast. Who they connect with, and how, reveals much about their ability to love, grow, and find balance in their fiery nature. Their best matches are often found with fellow fire signs, Leo and Sagittarius. With Leo, there is an instant recognition, as if two flames have merged into one roaring fire. Leo's warmth, generosity, and strength complement Aries' boldness and drive. Together, they create a partnership full of vitality, loyalty, and a shared hunger for life's adventures. With Sagittarius, the bond is equally electric. Both are adventurers, restless and curious, and together they build a life filled with laughter, exploration, and endless excitement. Sagittarius adds flexibility to Aries' intensity, making the relationship thrilling yet free-spirited. Air signs also provide powerful compatibility, especially Gemini and Aquarius. With Gemini, the relationship sparkles with conversation, wit, and spontaneity. Gemini feeds Aries' curiosity, keeping the relationship dynamic and endlessly surprising. Both partners thrive on excitement, though they must be careful not to burn out with too many scattered pursuits. Aquarius, on the other hand, brings vision and independence to the partnership. Aries admires Aquarius' originality, while Aquarius is drawn to Aries' courage. Together, they form a union of innovation and freedom, where both inspire each other to break boundaries. Challenging matches often come with Cancer, Capricorn, and Virgo. Cancer's sensitivity may clash with Aries' impulsive nature. What Aries sees as honesty, Cancer may perceive as harshness, and Aries' restless energy can sometimes overwhelm Cancer's need for emotional security. Capricorn, with its cautious, disciplined approach, may frustrate Aries' hunger for action and spontaneity. Capricorn seeks stability and long-term planning, while Aries thrives on the thrill of the now, creating friction unless both are willing to compromise. Virgo, too, may struggle with Aries impulsiveness. Virgo's careful, detail-oriented nature often clashes with Aries' bold leaps, and patience is required for the two to truly understand one another. Yet, it is with their magnetic opposite, Libra, that the most transformative relationships are born. Libra, placed directly opposite Aries on the zodiac wheel, holds the key to balance. Where Aries charges ahead with courage, Libra pauses to weigh options, teaching Aries the beauty of patience and diplomacy. In turn, Aries inspires Libra to act decisively, to embrace boldness without fear of consequences. This pairing is both challenging and rewarding, often bringing out the very best in both partners. It is a union where lessons are constantly exchanged and growth is inevitable. Ultimately, compatibility for March 27th souls is not about easy matches or perfect harmony. It is about finding partners who can both fuel their fire and temper their intensity. Whether through passion, challenge, or contrast, every relationship they enter shapes them into a fuller version of themselves. For them, love is less about calm waters and more about riding the waves, sometimes turbulent, often thrilling, but always transformative. Numerology influence. To be born on March 27th is not simply to inherit the fiery impulses of Aries, it is also to carry the profound vibration of the number 9, the number of wisdom, compassion, and higher calling. In numerology, the day of birth serves as a key to unlocking hidden layers of personality and destiny, and for these individuals, the number 27 reduces to 9, infusing their lives with spiritual weight and deeper meaning. This duality creates a fascinating blend. On one hand, the relentless fire of Aries, hungry for action, conquest, and independence. On the other, the soulful energy of 9, urging them to think beyond themselves, to embrace empathy, and to rise toward a purpose larger than their own personal victories. The number 9 is often called the old soul number, because it suggests that the person has lived many lifetimes and carries with them a reservoir of understanding, compassion, and perspective that transcends their years. March 27th individuals often feel this within themselves, even if they cannot always put it into words. From a young age, they sense that life is not just about material gain or personal achievement, it is about touching lives, inspiring others, and leaving the world somehow better than they found it. They are not satisfied with superficial goals. They crave meaning, depth, and the opportunity to contribute to something universal. The energy of 2 within their date of birth brings balance, diplomacy, and a sensitivity to the feelings of others. While Aries pushes them to act boldly, the 2 whispers the importance of harmony, cooperation, and partnership. This combination often makes them natural mediators or leaders who understand that true success lies not only in victory but in unity. The 7 in their date adds intellect, introspection, and spiritual curiosity. It gives them a restless hunger for knowledge and a tendency to look for truths hidden beneath the surface. The 7 deepens their perspective, teaching them to see patterns where others see chaos, and to trust intuition as much as logic. Together, 2 and 7 reduce to 9, which crowns them with the responsibility of embodying wisdom, compassion, and service. The challenge of their numerology is learning to integrate these energies. Their Aries fire sometimes clashes with the number 9's call for patience and selflessness. There may be times in their lives when they feel torn between chasing their personal ambitions and answering the call to help others. Yet, when they learn to fuse these drives, when their passion for achievement aligns with their compassion for humanity, they become powerful agents of change. Their leadership becomes more than self-expression, it becomes a force of healing, inspiration, and progress for the people around them. In careers and life paths, the number 9 often points to roles where they can mentor, guide, or uplift others. They may find fulfillment in humanitarian efforts, teaching, activism, or any profession that allows them to serve a greater cause. Even when they pursue ambitious personal goals, their success feels most rewarding when it contributes to something larger than themselves. They are the visionaries who not only achieve greatness but also pull others upward with them, embodying the idea that true leadership uplifts rather than dominates. Their personal relationships also reflect this numerological influence. They are often deeply empathetic partners and friends, capable of understanding emotions that others struggle to articulate. Yet, their Aries side may make them impatient, quick to act, or restless in the face of vulnerability. Their journey is to reconcile these impulses, to use their fire not just to conquer but to warm, protect, and inspire. The 9 also brings an aura of completion and transformation. March 27th individuals often go through cycles in life where they must release old patterns, relationships, or beliefs in order to grow. They are no strangers to endings, but for them, every ending carries the seed of a new beginning. Their path is not linear. It is a spiral, always moving forward while revisiting familiar lessons from a higher perspective. Ultimately, the numerological influence of the number 9 shapes them into seekers of truth and carriers of light. They are not meant to live small, self-contained lives. Their destiny is to become catalysts, people who inspire courage through Aries flame, and people who nurture healing and wisdom through the soulful vibration of 9. When they find this balance, they embody the rare gift of ambition fused with compassion, strength married to empathy, and personal success expanded into collective progress. Druid Horoscope Tree Horoscope. According to the ancient Celtic tree calendar, those born in late March are connected to the alder tree, a symbol of courage, pioneering spirit, and leadership. The alder does not grow timidly in the shadows. It takes root by rivers and marshlands, places where life is constantly shifting and demanding adaptability. In this way, it mirrors the nature of March 27th souls, bold, unafraid of challenges, and capable of thriving where others might falter. The alder is known among the Druids as a tree of warriors and changemakers. It represents those who stand at the forefront of transformation, individuals who cannot be content with staying in the background. People born under the alder sign often carry themselves with a magnetic presence. Others look to them for guidance, for confidence, and for inspiration during uncertain times. This reflects perfectly the Aries influence that already burns within March 27th people. They are not only born leaders, they are called to leadership by destiny. In Celtic symbolism, the alder also embodies protection and strength. The wood of the alder was traditionally used to build bridges, linking lands that were once separate. Likewise, March 27th individuals often act as bridges in the lives of others. They connect people, ideas, and communities, building paths where before there were divides. Their presence brings courage to those who hesitate, and their confidence inspires others to step forward into new territory. At the same time, the alder tree carries associations with balance between fire and water. Its bark and wood burn with intensity, but it also thrives in watery landscapes. This duality mirrors the lives of March 27th people, who must learn to balance their fiery Aries drive with the emotional and intuitive wisdom symbolized by water. When they lean too far into fire, they risk burning out themselves and those around them. But when they allow the cooling influence of empathy and reflection, they become leaders who inspire not through force, but through trust and harmony. The Druids also regarded the alder as a tree of prophecy, a symbol of vision and foresight. Those born under its influence often sense changes before they happen. March 27th individuals may find that their intuition is sharper than they realize, allowing them to see opportunities and dangers ahead of others. This visionary quality strengthens their ability to lead movements, pioneer new ideas, and guide others through uncertain times. In relationships, the alder influence adds depth to their already passionate Aries nature. It makes them fiercely protective of their loved ones, often willing to fight for the well-being of those they care about. They are not passive partners or friends, they are guardians, allies, and champions. To be loved by them is to feel shielded by a strong, unshakable force. Ultimately, the Druid horoscope paints those born on March 27th as courageous trailblazers whose role is to stand at the front lines of change. Just as the alder tree grows strong in challenging landscapes, they too thrive in situations that demand bravery, adaptability, and vision. Their purpose, according to this ancient wisdom, is to lead with courage, to protect those who follow, and to build bridges that carry people into new horizons. Vedic Astrology. In the ancient Vedic tradition, a person born on March 27th is placed under the fiery sign of Mesa Rasi, known in Western terms as Aries. This sign is ruled by Mangala, or Mars, the red planet that symbolizes courage, drive, and the spirit of the warrior. The connection to Mars means these individuals are born with a restless energy that demands expression. They are never content to remain passive. Their lives are marked by action, ambition, and the desire to break through barriers. In the Vedic view, they are natural warriors, not necessarily soldiers with weapons, but warriors of spirit, determination, and vision. Mars grants them strength of will, an instinct to lead, and the stamina to push forward even when circumstances are difficult. It fills them with vitality and makes them competitive by nature. They are drawn to challenges the way a flame draws to oxygen. Without challenge, they wither, but when tested, they rise magnificently. This martial energy makes them pioneers in many aspects of life. They want to be the first, the strongest, the one who takes new paths where others hesitate. Their confidence radiates outward, inspiring those around them to trust their leadership. But the very gifts of Mars also hold their dangers. Vedic astrology emphasizes balance, and for those born under Mesa Rasi, the lesson is self-mastery. The same energy that drives them to achieve can, without discipline, lead them to conflict. They may feel provoked too easily, quick to anger, and eager to defend their pride, even when the battle is not worth fighting. This is why the tradition says their dharma, their soul's purpose, is not simply to win external battles but to conquer the internal ones. Ego, impatience, and pride are their true adversaries. To evolve, they must learn that not every provocation requires a war, and that true strength is sometimes shown through restraint, patience, and wisdom. The dharmic path for those born on March 27th is to use their warrior spirit as a tool for protection and progress, not destruction. When their fire is guided by wisdom, they become champions of justice, defenders of the vulnerable, and leaders of great integrity. Their courage can then uplift others, creating movements that change communities, even nations. Their energy is meant to be channeled into constructive growth, into carving paths where none existed, and into teaching others how to rise in the face of obstacles. In Vedic philosophy, such souls are often born with karmic lessons that require discipline. They may encounter situations in life that test their temper, their patience, or their humility. These moments are not punishments, but opportunities, spiritual training grounds designed to temper the raw fire of Mars into a controlled flame that brings light instead of destruction. If they learn this lesson, they embody the best of Mesa Rasi, pioneers who inspire through courage and integrity, leaders who prove that power, when balanced with wisdom, is the greatest form of mastery. Thus, the Vedic horoscope paints the March 27th native as a warrior destined to grow into a sage. Their journey is one of channeling their raw vitality into purposeful action, conquering the inner enemies of ego and anger, and standing as beacons of strength for those who look to them for guidance. In this way, they honor both Mars, their ruling planet, and the deeper spiritual duty their birth has called them to fulfill. Flower horoscope. The floral symbols connected with March 27th are the honeysuckle and the thistle, two plants that together tell a story of tenderness and resilience, devotion and defense. The honeysuckle, with its sweet fragrance and delicate vines, speaks of love's enduring bonds and the magnetic allure of passion. It is the flower of loyalty, representing connections that withstand time and hardship. For those born on this day, it mirrors their ability to love deeply, to remain devoted to those they hold dear, and to inspire affection wherever they go. Honeysuckle symbolizes the sweetness that lies at the heart of their fiery spirit, the ability to nurture intimacy, to cherish relationships, and to offer love that is both playful and enduring. Yet alongside the softness of honeysuckle stands the thistle, a flower armored with spines yet crowned with striking purple blooms. The thistle reflects resilience, protection, and the willingness to defend one's values and loved ones at all costs. It embodies the more fiery, untamed side of March 27th souls. They may present a tough exterior, guarded and unwilling to be easily hurt, but beneath that armor lies beauty, strength, and the promise of fierce loyalty. Just as the thistle survives in harsh conditions, these individuals thrive even when life places them in difficult circumstances. They are not fragile, they are survivors, warriors cloaked in the disguise of nature's thorns. Together, honeysuckle and thistle form a powerful metaphor for their lives. On one side, the softness of love, romance, and connection, the honeysuckle that attracts, enchants, and soothes. On the other side, the toughness of resilience, the refusal to surrender, the readiness to stand tall against adversity, the thistle that protects and endures. March 27th people embody both energies at once. They are passionate lovers and protective fighters, sweet at heart yet unyielding when it comes to defending what matters most. In relationships, the honeysuckle reveals their longing for intimacy, for bonds that feel eternal and unshakable. They are not content with shallow affection. They want love that clings like the honeysuckle vine, wrapping itself firmly around the heart. The thistle reminds their partners that while their love is profound, it is also guarded, trust must be earned, and betrayal is not easily forgiven. But when trust is honored, their devotion is unbreakable, resilient through all trials. The flower horoscope reminds us that these individuals are not one-dimensional. They are not simply fiery Aries burning recklessly, nor are they endlessly tender souls. They are both, sweetness and strength, vulnerability and defense, attraction and resilience. Honeysuckle and thistle reveal the duality of March 27th, teaching that true beauty is not in perfection but in the balance of opposites. For those born on this day, carrying the energy of these flowers means living a life where passion is never far from protection, where love is both gentle and fierce, and where their souls bloom brightest when they embrace the full spectrum of who they are. Stone horoscope. The gemstone that reigns over those born on March 27th is the diamond, a stone long revered as the embodiment of clarity, strength, and invincibility. Across cultures and centuries, the diamond has been seen not only as the king of precious stones but also as a symbol of pure light, unbreakable will, and the eternal spark of the soul. For March 27th souls, who are already fiery Aries with Mars as their ruler, the diamond serves as both an amplifier and a guide. It heightens their natural courage, sharpens their instincts, and offers them the resilience to endure life's storms without shattering. The diamond mirrors the spirit of Aries in its brilliance. Just as the diamond reflects light in countless directions, so too do those born on this day radiate vitality, inspiration, and passion to those around them. They are often seen as luminous figures, people whose energy cannot be ignored. When they walk into a room, they bring a vibrancy that catches the attention of others, much like a diamond flashing in the sunlight. This natural charisma is amplified by their birthstone, which enhances their ability to attract allies, admirers, and opportunities simply by being true to their fiery essence. At the same time, the diamond carries a message of focus. Unlike softer stones that can be shaped easily, the diamond is the hardest natural substance on Earth, requiring precision and dedication to cut and polish. For March 27th individuals, this symbolizes the importance of concentrating their tremendous energy. Aries is known for enthusiasm, but also for scattering their fire across too many pursuits. The diamond reminds them to direct their passion like a laser beam, to choose their battles wisely, to refine their goals, and to pour their energy into endeavors that matter most. When they learn this discipline, their potential becomes unstoppable. The clarity of the diamond also reflects their inner truth. People born on March 27th are seekers, constantly striving to understand both themselves and the world around them. The diamond's transparency mirrors their journey toward authenticity, living without masks, expressing their thoughts directly, and daring to pursue paths others might fear. Yet the diamond also challenges them to cut away illusions, ego-driven impulses, and the impatience that can cloud their vision. Just as a diamond must be cut to reveal its brilliance, March 27th natives must shape themselves through discipline, self-awareness, and growth. Spiritually, the diamond is said to carry the energy of invincibility. Ancient warriors once wore diamonds into battle, believing the stone would make them untouchable, shielded from harm. For March 27th individuals, this connects deeply with their warrior nature. They may not always fight physical battles, but they often confront emotional, intellectual, or creative wars. The diamond becomes their talisman of courage, reminding them that their spirit cannot be broken, no matter how fierce the challenge. It teaches them to trust in their own resilience, to rise after every fall, and to shine even in the darkest of times. The diamond also resonates with themes of love and loyalty. As one of the most common gemstones in engagement rings, it represents enduring devotion and eternal commitment. For March 27 individuals, whose love is already passionate and fiery, the diamond adds grounding and constancy. It encourages them to not only love with intensity but also with steadiness, teaching them that true devotion is not fleeting but enduring, resilient through hardship, and capable of withstanding time. In this way, the diamond tempers their impulsive Aries tendencies, guiding them toward relationships that are not just thrilling but also lasting. Metaphysically, the diamond is believed to amplify energies, both positive and negative. For March 27 souls, this is a reminder to cultivate mindfulness. Their fiery tempers, if left unchecked, could flare brighter when magnified by the diamond's power. But their compassion, creativity, and courage can also expand beautifully under the stone's influence. The diamond teaches them responsibility for their inner world, to nurture light rather than darkness, to channel their energy toward building rather than destroying, and to lead others through inspiration rather than force. On a symbolic level, the diamond also represents perfection and eternity. Just as it cannot be destroyed by ordinary means, so too do March 27 individuals carry within them a spirit that endures beyond temporary struggles. Their life path may be marked by challenges, but like a diamond formed under pressure, they are shaped by these trials into beings of great strength and brilliance. The diamond reminds them that their hardships are not meant to weaken them but to polish them, to refine their character, and to bring forth their greatest potential. For their careers, the diamond reflects ambition and success. It suggests that they have the capacity to reach positions of prominence, wealth, and influence if they focus their talents wisely. Just as diamonds are rare and treasured, so too do March 27 people have the potential to become invaluable in their chosen fields. The diamond's enduring nature also suggests longevity, the ability to build legacies that outlast them, leaving behind a mark of brilliance in whatever sphere they touch. In the realm of health and vitality, the diamond is believed in many traditions to strengthen resilience, boost energy, and purify the mind. For March 27 individuals, who often burn themselves out with relentless energy, the diamond offers a stabilizing force. It reminds them to recharge, to keep their bodies strong, and to maintain clarity of mind even when life becomes chaotic. It is both a protector and a healer, a stone that encourages them to care for themselves as much as they care for their dreams. Ultimately, the diamond is not merely a gemstone for those born on March 27, it is a mirror of their very essence. It symbolizes their courage, their brilliance, their potential for invincibility, and their need for clarity. It reminds them that while their fire is their greatest gift, it must be focused and refined to truly illuminate the world. With the diamond as their guiding stone, they are encouraged to live boldly, to love deeply, to rise unbroken from every challenge, and to shine as the rare, radiant souls they were born to be.